Hello everybody, welcome to Garibaldi Park in North Vancouver. Let's go down and see how my vegetable garden has been growing since I planted it in April. This is the Garibaldi Park Community Garden. There are many people here besides myself who have garden plots. There's a playground over there for the children and a big grassy area. It's a very nice park. And over there, the forest. So. This garden bed you see is my garden plot and how it looked yesterday, which was June the 7th. My garden plot is number 22. This photo of my garden plot was taken 7 weeks ago on April 16th. The plants are just starting to grow and are not very big. This is how my garlic looked on April 16th. And my strawberries. This is how the arugula looked on April 16th. It's arugula and it tastes really good in salads. These are radishes. They still aren't ready to eat, but they're getting bigger. To keep the plants alive, you have to make sure they get enough water. This is my garden. This is garlic. These are strawberries. These are radishes. And this is arugula. And I'm watering them now because it was dry. And I planted some other ones here, some peas, but they haven't come up yet. They're starting to come up, but they haven't come up very much. So they're still inside the dirt. And this is my garden 3 weeks later on May 11th. The peas have now come up. The strawberries now have grown flowers. Also on May 11th, the Swiss chard is starting to grow. Here is the garden 3 weeks later on June 7th. And as you can see, the vegetables have grown much larger. Wow, look at how much the Swiss chard has grown since May 11th. And the strawberries have grown taller and bushier. The strawberry plants are starting to grow strawberries. Soon they will turn red and juicy and ready to eat. Strawberry flowers mean more berries to come. The garlic has now grown larger and has started to grow scapes, which will become garlic flowers if you don't pick them. This is the base of the garlic plant. Under the soil, the garlic bulbs are growing and will be ready to dig up in about 1 month from now, in July. June 7th, peas. The peas are growing taller and climbing up the poles. These are the pea leaves and pea tendrils. The tendrils are used for climbing. Soon my pea plants will grow flowers and then produce pea pods for eating. This radish looks ready to eat. This zucchini plant is starting to grow larger. The oregano has come up again. And the lettuce is growing nicely and will soon be ready to put in a salad. Borage. I planted this borage plant for the flowers which attract bees, who then help to pollinate all the other flowers in the garden. This little butternut squash seedling has recently come up out of the ground and will grow into a much larger plant over the summer and produce a squash ready to eat in the fall. This is the arugula, and it's growing tall and gone to flower and seed. If you look closely, you might see a bee flying from flower to flower. Time to water my garden. Okay, I'm gonna get some water out of this tub. This is for my garden. Alright, this is how I get the water. I take it over to my garden. Hi, Dad. Come and watch me water my garden. Got my watering can. these are the compost bins. And this is where we put all our waste, plant waste. You can only, it says cut plant material into 6-inch lengths. They don't want you to put in really big pieces. So yellow means it's cooking the food. So let's look what's inside. And it's got leaves and dirt. It's almost like ready to, almost broken down into soil. Almost ready to put on the garden. This one is not broken down as much. So it's just waiting. You have to let it sit for a while. And this one that's green, the green handle, it means that it's all fresh compost in there. And that's, if I wanted to throw anything in there, like any plant material, I have to throw it in there, like weeds or anything else that I don't want from my garden. And here is a list of the things you can put in your compost, or not. It says don't put meat in there, don't put oils or cooked foods, don't put animal droppings, animal feces like dog poop, don't put office paper, don't put bread or grains. What you can put in, and that's what the green ticks indicate, you can put in vegetable scraps, you can put in small plant material, you can put in shredded newspaper, you can put in leaves, and you can put in vegetables that you don't want to eat, or some parts of vegetables that you don't want to eat. You can throw those in there, and that's okay. The garden shed. And this is the garden shed where we keep all our garden tools. It's locked with a padlock, and you have to know what the combination is. It's only for the members of the garden. So this is where you put in the numbers to open it up. So I'm going to open it up now, and then we can look inside. So here I got it open. Opening it up. I'm going to hook the lock onto there so I don't lose it. And then open the door. And here we have the garden shed. And right away I see a wheelbarrow and hose and some bins and some watering cans. And I see some other things on the shelves. And those bags there, they're full of dried leaves or newspaper. Let's go over and have a look, see what's inside. Oh yeah, look at all the dried plant material to put into the compost. It's the brown matter. So if we look around very slowly, see the hose, and over here you have some garden tools, some pitchforks, shovels, things like that. Different kinds of rakes, this kind of rake, and then this kind of rake. And different kinds of shovels. We've got garden shears, hose. That's a hoe. This is a hoe. Yeah. And there's some small trowels and some scissors. And this here is for the compost. It's for stirring the compost up. And there's a broom. Got that kind of broom, and then we've got this kind of broom too. push broom. Okay, time to go. Time to lock up. I'm gonna close the doors again. Take off the lock. Put this back on. This, all right. And I gotta, oh, I have to do that. And then I have to make sure it's locked, and then make sure it's locked. Oh yeah, it's good and locked. And now it's, all the tools are safe inside. And that's the end. And that ends my work at the community garden today. I hope you enjoyed visiting Garibaldi Park. But before we go, let's take a little walk in the forest that's nearby. Now I'm in the forest and I'm going to take a walk down this path and see if I can show you the creek that's running nearby. Goodbye.